It's a fact that children love dinosaurs. From books like Magic Treehouse's Dinosaurs Before Dark and Oh My Oh Dinosaurs, to movies like Jurassic Park and The Land Before Time, it is clear that media can make a huge difference in a child's interests. But what happens when they start to get the wrong information? Sure, Jurassic Park and The Land Before Time have their flaws, but no movie has had any bigger dino flaw than Ice Age 3: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. To start off, let's begin with the plot. The first film revolves around Manny the Mammoth, Sid the Sloth, and Diego, a saber-toothed tiger, whom all helped bring a lost human child back to her home. Humans first began to evolve in the Pleistocene epoch, which means that all the characters all lived during the most recent ice age between 1.8 million years ago, right here, to about 11,700 years ago. Us modern-day humans live here in the Anthropocene. So let me explain. The entire existence of Earth is split up into a bunch of different categories. It starts with eons, but we don't need to worry about that. After eons, it is then split up into eras. The only ones we're focusing on are the Mesozoic and then Cenozoic. The Mesozoic comes first, and then the Cenozoic comes after. The eras are then split up into periods, getting even more specific. And then even more specific than that is epochs. So basically, epochs are very small bits of periods. The periods make up the eras, and the eras make up the eons. Now, let's fast forward to Ice Age 3. Assuming that Manny, Sid, and Diego don't have a magical time machine, they are still in the Pleistocene epoch here. In this film, along with their new friends Peaches, Crash, and Eddie, they find a secret world of dinosaurs hidden under ice. This is where the huge problem arises. So, we've already established that the movie is set somewhere between here and here. However, dinosaurs lived between here. This is the Mesozoic era. This is between 251 and 65 million years ago. The movie is set in the Cenozoic era, which begins at 65 million years ago. See the problem here? Dinosaurs could not have existed during the Cenozoic, more specifically the Pleistocene epoch, because of, mass extinction, which could have been some sort of volcano, meteor, whatever, we have no idea. Basically, we know that all dinosaurs were extinct at 65 million years ago because we haven't found any more dinosaur fossils since that point in time. So, let's say that maybe the first movie didn't happen and maybe it wasn't called Ice Age. Let's live in a hypothetical world where maybe they did have a time machine and went back to a specific point in the Earth's history where dinosaurs existed. So, in the movie, Sid decides to adopt these seemingly abandoned eggs and raise them as his own children. They hatch, and we are introduced to our first dinosaur, a Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rexes lived about 65 to 70 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period. So now our setting for our not Ice Age movie is the late Cretaceous period, right? And Ankylosaurus is seen in the movie, and it also lived in the late Cretaceous. Pterodactyls are seen, and they lived from the Jurassic to the late Cretaceous. A baryonyx is also seen in the movie, but it lived in the early Cretaceous only. Okay, so maybe there's a small flaw, but at least all the dinosaurs in the movie are from the same period, right? No. A guanlong appears in the movie, and it lived in the late Jurassic. Okay, so another idea debunked. Okay, maybe let's say they are living in the Ice Age, just like the first movie, and maybe they are super smart and have opposable thumbs, and somehow figured out the concept of de-extinction, which basically means that they could bring an extinct species back to life using its DNA. Like Jurassic Park, when they used dino DNA from the mosquito and the sap that John Hammond just randomly decided to put on a cane and constantly walk around with. Well, here's the problem. DNA doesn't have a very long half-life. The oldest DNA scientists have ever found is about 800,000 years old. So, the time from the Ice Age and the Pleistocene epoch, which started at 1.8 million years ago, to the extinction of the dinosaurs at 65 million years ago, there's no possible way that even Manny, Sid, or Diego could have gotten hold of dino DNA and somehow created this dinosaur world. All in all, this is just a kids' movie, but should we really be feeding kids misinformation? So many kids love dinosaurs, so it would be a terrible shame if they started to believe that Triceratops really roamed around the earth at the same time as woolly mammoths.